I'm going to show you how to make a little ribbon rose here. This, I don't even know if it's really fair to call it a rose, but it's kind of a floral embellishment. And you can do this with fabric, or you can do it with ribbon.
Or lace.
Or lace. What I've done is, this is seam binding. It's kind of thin, so what I did was I put two pieces together. You could do just a single piece. It's just going to take you a little bit longer to get a thick rose. So what I do is I usually start with a knot at the bottom, because that kind of gives you an anchor place. And I stitch wherever I want to, wherever the needle goes. I am not picky at all about where my stitches go. I'm using blue thread here so that you can kind of see where my stitches are. But all I do is just start twisting my seam binding or fabric or strips of whatever I have, and then just occasionally I put a stitch in. And it really doesn't matter. Neatness does not count at all. Like I said, these really maybe shouldn't even be called flowers or roses. They're more like just little embellishments, but they kind of add a soft touch to whatever you're working on. And I'm not even careful about hiding my stitches, although usually I would use the same color thread as the color of seam binding or lace or ribbon or whatever I'm using. Whoops. Okay, well, the needle came off the thread there, but what you do is just keep on twisting and stitching and twisting and stitching. And the first one that you do, it's going to be a little bit harder to figure out exactly how to use your hands. I had to make probably about a dozen of these before I felt comfortable with it. But you can see it sort of has a little look of floral to it right there.
Oh yeah, it's rosy.
Okay. So, and if you would flip it over, and I had stitched more, but you would see more of the stitches there. It's not really pretty right now, but that's okay. You're probably just going to glue it on something. Here's one that is kind of an in-the-process one. And once again, you can see it's not necessarily neat, but to finish it off, I would just keep twisting and stitching. And you can see why, if you're using thinner ribbon, it's going to take longer to make a bigger flower. But you can I've even done this with like strips of muslin, wide strips of muslin, and you can get a pretty good sized flower pretty fast. So you can see a little bit there how that will turn out. And here is a finished one. This one I did with white thread. So you hopefully can't see the seams as much. There's the back of it. It's not neat, but if you glue it onto something, like onto your sewing basket or as a little embellishment on your needle book, it's cute. And it adds a little 3D touch to your projects.
I like it in the project you used.
Thank you.